Guys, here you can see in this diagram. Okay, so before starting this video, so in this video we will learn how to use async tool in AutoGen. How to use async tool in AutoGen. We will simulate real world APIs like stock price, trans translation and website status using the async function. We will simulate real world APIs like stock price, translations and website status using async function. So you can see here diagram. User ask the question, agent use brain. Okay, what tool I need to call or which tool I need to call here. Agent decide this one first agent, that is assistant agent. Okay, and then we use async function here. Okay, and here after this we got result and agent return the output here. Okay, so this is the simple diagram. We are going to use these step inside our code. Okay, so here we are going to use async function. Okay, so I'm going to write code here inside this file. Okay, so first I need to import what I'm going to import. Similarly, I'm going to import these things. So guys, what is async? Why we use async? So async using asyncio dot run. It is non-blocking function. Okay, so here I'm going to define async function. Okay, that is called the non-blocking, and here I'm using fast API. I mean, you can use anything. Okay, so this is very fast for the API, faster for the API. So it simulate real API delays by using await dot asyncio dot sleep. So I'm going to use here. So first I need to paste oh these thing from here, these libraries, guys. Okay, from file number 4 I'm going to import these things here in file 5. Array, why I'm unable to copy it? First I need to copy, control C. Inside this I'm going to paste with control V. Okay, so I'm going to import OS. I don't need mathematics. Okay, I'm going to remove this math. I'm going to import .env. Sorry, I'm going to import load .env from .env. It load the environment variable from .env file. From AutoGen I'm going to import assistant user proxy and register function. Okay, and here I'm going to load API key from the .env file, and I'm going to import annotation here. So here I'm going to import one important thing from, sorry, import asyncio for our asynchronous function. Okay, that we can write code for async function here. Okay, I'm going to import one more important library, that is from typing I'm going to import annotated. Okay, so this is using for add the something. Okay, now what I'm going to do, from file 4 I'm going to use this config. Okay, so here I'm going to use config setting by using this function. I have created this function get underscore config, and it will return the config list. Inside the config list I have model name, API keys from .env file, and type of API key I use Groq, and temperature should be 0.5. Okay, dictionary is closed here. Okay, so we have key and value inside this dictionary. Okay, so that I have mentioned these things because I'm going to use LLM and API key by using this. Okay, now I am going to create tools. So here I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Now I am going to create tools here. Okay, so tools, just a function. What is the tools? Tools is function. So here we are going to write async tool. So async tool. Okay, so here I'm going to write code for async tool. What is the asynchronous function? I mean async. What is the meaning of async? What do you understand by async? So async means this function run asynchronously. Okay, a function which can run asynchronously. Asynchronous means non-blocking. It is not going to block your request. Okay, so here we have something I can paste here. Okay, so async means a function run asynchronously or it is non-blocking. Okay, for example, we have symbol equals to what? Input parameter. Okay, these kind of symbol we use in stocks. Okay, NVDA and MSFT. Okay, so annotation means add something. Okay, so here I add string and stock symbol like this one. Okay, string means this is the data type of string, and a stock symbol means description. Okay, used by AI to understand the input. Okay, so this is the these are the inputs. Okay, in symbol. So here after this I'm going to define one function here. Okay, maybe I have code here because it took lots of time to write everything manually, so I copied code here, and now I am going to cut this code from here and paste it here. Okay, this is our first function, async def fetch underscore stock underscore price. Okay, here I pass this symbol means input parameter. For example, we have NVDA and MSFT. Okay, and I use annotate means we are going to add something like a string, and a string, after string we have this. Okay, a stock symbol, and output should be in a string. Okay, so it is used for simulates and fetch the stock price. This function are used for fetch the stock price when you pass the input like NVDA and SFT. Okay, so after this I have two another lines. Okay, so here we have these lines. 1 minute, but before this we have something here. So here I'm going to use await, because in async we need to use await, because with the help of await this is not going to block your request. Okay, so here I use await. So await equals to await asyncio await asyncio dot sleep await asyncio dot sleep 0.5. Okay, so why I'm going to write this one here. So await means pause this function without blocking entire program. Okay, it is going to pause here, so I need to mention here in command, it is going to pause this function without blocking whole program, entire program. Okay, so that's why I use asyncio here. Await asyncio dot sleep, so it take 0.5 time. Okay, it is going to pause for 0.5. Okay, so asyncio means it is going to pause this function without blocking the entire program. And after this I'm going to use asyncio.sleep. This is asyncio.sleep. It means what? Asyncio.sleep is equals to simulate API delay. It is going to simulate the API delay like calling real server. Okay, in 0.5 minutes or 0.5 seconds. Okay, and after this we have this price. Okay, price. So here I need to create one variable, that is price. Okay, price equals to, I need to pass here what? I need to pass NVDA, and NVDA is equals to 8875.4, and again we have MSFT colon, I have 41415. So guys, you can see here, this is a price. Okay, so this is dummy stock data. This is dummy stock data. So I mention here, this is dummy stock data. Okay, for testing. This is dummy stock data. I use price equals to NVDA and MSFT, and its price is this and this. NVDA is 875.4. MSFT is 415.2. Okay guys, so here after this, like, this is the asynchronous function. Okay, we are going to use this function here. This is, and I mean asynchronous means non-blocking function. Okay, so here I'm going to fetch stock price by using this function. Okay, here I pass the symbol means we are going to mention this NVDA, MSFT and MSFT. Okay, whatever. And here this is await. Okay, so this means is it will going to pause this function without blocking the entire program. Okay, and here after this I mentioned the fact dummy data. Okay, for stock data, for the stock. Okay, and after this we have, I written here symbol. Okay, symbol, I need to convert this symbol into uppercase. So symbol dot upper means convert input to the uppercase, like NVDA equals to, and in small I have NVDA is NVDA in capital. Okay, otherwise it will give you result like this, not found. Okay, so here I already mentioned this price dot get. So here with the help of this price dot get means safely get the value. Okay, safely get the values. Okay, otherwise it will return not found. Okay, here we got input in a symbol in a upper letters. Okay, so it will return the symbols here, symbol whatever is it. Now we have another function. After this we have another function. For example, we have text input. Okay, like this, Python is a great in string. Okay, then it will, I mean, translate language. Targeted language is Spanish or French. Okay, so with the help of this we can translate. So I have this function. Okay, why we use this function? For translate. First is for stock price, generate the stock price, and second one is for translate the sentence in another language. Okay, so second function is this async def, translate the text. Okay, so we have text equals to input string, that is Python is greater, and it will translate it into a Spanish or French. Okay, so here we have this function translate text. Here I pass the text and language. Okay, in language also in as a parameter here inside this function. Okay, and this is for output, and here this is used for translation. This function is used for translation, and this function is used for fetching the stock price. Okay, so here I'm going to use await asyncio.sleep. So here it simulate delay in, it took 0.3 second. Okay, and giving the answer to you. After this it paused the function here. Okay, after this it return the fact translation output. Okay, so here I write this, I mention this text and it translate into the language like Spanish, French, whatever you want. Okay, and after this I have another function. This function used for check the website status. Okay, so here okay, so like we have URL equals to input parameter. Okay, like this https python.org. Okay, so this function used for check the website. Okay, here I pass this URL, it should be in string and output should be in string. Okay, it is used for, it is simulate the website status. Okay, and I also use here await function. Okay, await simulate the network and pause this function. till the pause this function for 0.2 minute. Okay, and here it is going to return the URL, and it is said that okay, if everything is going well. Okay, so return the fake status response here 200. Okay guys, so I have created three function, first three async function. First is check website. Okay, and again I create this function, also translate the text, and this one is giving you stock price, fetch the stock price. So these are the three async tools. Okay, function means normal tools guys. Okay, so here I'm going to create main function. Maybe I have an file number 3. I'm going to copy main function, this one. Guys, previously I used this function, and I'm going to create agent again. Okay, show inside this async tool. So this is just a function. Okay, after creating async function, I'm going to write code here for main function. I'm not going to write the code. I just copy and paste from file number 3. Okay, I'm going to close this. So here this is our main function. Here we have two assistant equals to assistant agent. Okay, I'm going to change its name. In place of data analyst, I'm going to write here async agent. Async agent. Okay, and inside this message I'm going to remove this message. I need to change. This message is not working here. I already have message inside this. I'm going to write this message. So in place of this I'm going to mention this message. Okay, the message is use tool. Okay, its name is async agent, and message is I'm going to send, I'm going to prompt here. Okay, I'm giving here prompts. So here you can see use tool and get the stock price and translate the text and check the website. I'm going to use these three tools. Okay, because I'm saying to this agent use tool and use, giving the stock price and translate, and third thing check the website. Okay, so I already mentioned these about three tools. Okay, after all task, say async done. Okay, in the end it is saying, it will say async done. Okay, and user proxy terminate the loop. Okay, so LLM equals to, here I pass get underscore config LLM. This is the brain of LLM. Okay, so after this I have another agent, proxy equals to user proxy agent. Okay, so here I have this name is executor, and human input mode never, and for code execution config is false, and here I use, in place of done I use this async done. Okay, so whenever it will check there is there any async done is present in output, then it will terminate. Okay, this is the termination condition. After this bot, after this I need to register our function. So I have code for register our function. Register the tools. So here I'm going to copy. So I need to create 3. Okay, because I have 3 functions, so I need to create 3. I need to register 3 tools here. Okay, so here I'm going to write, okay, I'm going to write here asynchronous register. Sorry, register. I'm going to register first function, that is a stock sync. Stock, sorry, where is it? Fetch stock price, this one. Okay, so I'm going to register this stock, fetch stock price here. Okay, stock sync. and its name is agent. Caller request to agent, executor request to proxy, and name is stock, and description get the stock price. Okay, again I'm going to use second function, that is translate sync. So this is second function, translate sync. I'm going to use this one, and check website. This is our third. Okay, so this is our third function, website sync. Okay, and here caller request to agent, and executor request to proxy, and name request to website, and description check the website status. Okay, so these are our four function that I'm going to register here with the help of register the function. Okay, so now I have created this conversation. In the end of this, I'm going to create conversation. mm, okay, so guys, you can see here now proxy agent initiate the chat. Okay, and send the message to the agent, and messages get the NVDA stock price and translate Python is great to Spanish. Okay, and check the URL. So this is our conversation in between the agents. Okay, after this I'm going to call this main function to run the code. Okay, so here you can see I'm going to call this main function. Where is it? This one. Okay, now I'm going to run this file. 1 minute. File is fifth. File name is 05 underscore async underscore tool underscore calling underscore underscore tool underscore calling dot py, and this is the folder name. I'm going to run. If I got error, then we will solve after this. First, let us check result. Oh, I got error. Async function is not defined. Maybe I did mistake by using function name here. These are the function. Async stock price. So here you can see, in place of this I need to write async fetch stock price. And second function, translate text. So this is our second function, translate text. And fourth function, check website. So these are our function names. Now I can run this. I'm going to clear this. Agent is not defined. Did you mean I got again error? 1 minute. Call request to agent. Caller request to agent, it should be assistant. Okay guys, you can see here I got my result. Okay, so here I did mistake because I need to mention here assistant, this one, first one. Okay, this is our assistant, not agent. Okay, and these are the function name, fetch stock price in register inside the register function, and this is the translate text. This is also function, and check website. We already create these three function here. Okay, check website, translate the text, and fetch the stock price. Okay, and I'm going to use this assistant name here. Okay, here assistant. Okay, everywhere in place of agent I put assistant. Caller request to assistant. Okay, when someone is going to ask question, okay, then assistant decide which tool I need to call, which function I need to call. Okay, and executor like equals to proxy. Okay, and name, this function name is website, and description is check website. Similarly we have this register function. Similarly we have this register function. Okay, and here we are going to initiate chat, start the chat between proxy and assistant. Okay, and proxy send this message to the assistant. Okay, now proxy want answer of these questions, so you can see here. Okay, so executor is going to ask the question. Proxy means executor. Executor asks the question to the async agent. Async agent means assistant. We have this async agent, this one. Where is it? This one. Okay, and here you can see question, get the NVDA stock price and translate Python is great to Spanish and check the URL, this one, python.org. Okay, so we have these three questions. Okay, these three questions proxy are going to ask these question to the assistant. Okay, now async agent giving answer to the proxy, I mean to the executor. Okay, so I mean this is tool calling. Okay, you can see in the terminal it is going to tool, first tool. Okay, and tool number this one. Okay, this is our first tool, that is stock related question. Okay, this one, and this is our second tool for translation purpose, translate Python is a great. So this is our second tool. This is for our first tool, fetch the stock price, this question related to the first tool, and this question related to the translate the text, this one, and this question related to the third tool, that is check the website. Okay, now you can see it, our tool is going to execute. This is the first tool executing here. Okay, an input I send here as a symbol. Here you can see we have this symbol I send here NVDA. Okay, so this is for only executing the input, and this is the agent call ID. Okay, so that it's a call ID of this tool. Okay, now it is giving us call ID, input and output here. Name price is not defined. Okay, I use prices. Where is 1 minute, I think I did mistake here. Where should I mention this? Prices, it should be price, not prices. Again. Okay, now it is fine. Okay, so I'm going to run this again. Okay guys, so these are the question proxy asked to the agent. Okay, so here you can see this is the tool calling, first tool calling here, second tool calling here. Okay, third tool calling here. Okay, so this one is for first tool and it's a input and it's a caller ID. And again we have first tool and it's a input, what we have in input, and it is giving you output. NVDA 875, this one, it is going to call this tool. Okay, this one. And again we have this last tool that is used for translation. Okay, it's calling ID and it's input. Okay, this is for input only, and this for is input output. Okay, call ID, input and output, translate Python. Okay, so Python is a great translate to Spanish. Again we have another tool call here for website checking, this one. Okay, so this is for call ID of agent, I mean tool, and this is for input, and here I got call ID, input and output. Okay, and status is 200. Okay, now it is giving answer to us like this. First is answer 87 for this one. NVDA prices dollar 87 875. Okay, get NVDA stock price, that is 875. Again we have this answer, translate Python is a great to the Spanish. Okay, so Python is a great translate to the Spanish, it is not giving here answer. Okay, and this is like checking the website. Okay, it is going to check this website and return the okay here. Okay, so this is the answer via async agent to the executor, and in the end it is going right like this. Okay, async done. Now it is going to terminate here. Okay, so I'm going to clear this and find out why I not get proper. Oh, I'm going to rerun this. It is not going to translate properly. I got error. I mean, I haven't. It doesn't translate properly. So I mention some line of code before this main function. Okay. So I need to add here some code because it is not going to be translate properly. The code is this one. Okay. Sync wrapper. Why we needed this? AutoGen tool work with the normal sync function only, but our actual function are async. Okay, they use async await. So we are creating wrapper function to convert async into a sync. Okay, this is going to be create async into the sync. So here I am going to write asyncio dot run. Okay, it run the async function and return the result. Without this, async function will not execute properly. So I need to mention this. Okay, first function for stock sync. Okay, here I pass the symbol. I already passed as an input, and this is going to call the async function inside the sync wrapper. So it will return the asyncio dot run and fetch the stock price here. Okay, again we have this another function translate sync. Okay, here I have text equals to string in language. Okay, so this is used to convert the sync translation function to the async translation function to the sync. Okay, and this require because AutoGen cannot directly handle the sync to async to. Okay, so here return asyncio dot run translate the text and language. Here I passed here. And website, here this is another function website sync. URL equals to string. Here this run asyncio website. This run async website check in the sync mode. Okay, so it will return this asyncio run check website URL. Okay guys, with the help of this it will convert async into a sync. Okay, because AutoGen only understand the sync. Okay, so asyncio dot run means run async function and return the result. Okay, so here we are going to use run these function. These are the async function. Okay, with the help of AutoGen. So here we need to convert this into a, so AutoGen tool work with the normal sync function only. So that's why we need output. I mean we need to convert this. Okay. So I'm going to run this control. I'm going to save with control S. Okay guys, these are the three functions. I'm going to clear screen. Again, it is not going to translate. I need to change something. Here again I'm doing mistake because I mentioned here stock sync. So in register tool I need to mention this function name. Here stock sync. Okay, because we convert already asynchronous into synchronous. Okay, so here after this we need to mention here translate sync, and we need to mention here website sync, this one. So guys, here what we are doing here in this function. Okay, we just convert our async function into a synchronous. Okay, you can see here we call this synchronous function inside the sync wrapper. Okay, here we also use sync to translate this. Okay, convert sync async translation function to the sync here. Again we also use sync here, async here. So run the async website check in a sync mode. Okay, so because AutoGen understand only sync function, not async. So we mention here everywhere. Again I'm going to clear this screen. I'm going to run file. I'm going to run this file again. Maybe I hope so I got output. Again not getting output. Not getting output again. I need to change function name maybe. So we are not going to translate properly, so maybe I need to change inside the function. Okay, so where is our translation function? This one, translate the text. Okay guys, so I'm going to change something. Okay, so here I need to mention these lines. Okay, so here you can see await async dot sleep. After this I'm going to remove this one, this line. Okay, so I use this translation. Okay, translation is the variable. Okay, variable for dictionary. So here I'm going to translate Python is a great. So it is going to translate in Spanish. Is Python is genial. Okay, so this is I mean translation of this into a Spanish, and this is in a French, and this is in a Hindi. Python बहुत शानदार है. Okay, so this is a this these things are in dictionary. Okay, and this is a variable that is translation. And here I have text underscore lower, it will convert into a text into a lowercase, and language underscore lower, it is going to convert language into a lower. Okay, so after this, if text is lower, okay, if text underscore lower in translation inside this, okay, and language underscore lower in translation, okay, text lower, this we have both inside this. Okay, then it will return this translation text lower, text underscore lower, and here this will generate the language. Okay, and it will return the note, otherwise it will return the no translation available for text. Okay, text to this language. Okay guys, so here this is the text underscore lower. Okay, we are going to convert text into a lowercase, and here this is for generate the language. Okay, translate into the language. Okay, so here I'm going to run this code. It is saying no translation available. Python is great, and yes, no translation available. So here I need to write this one. So again it is saying no translation available for Python is great. Okay, so it is giving us this one, no translation available for Python course. Yes. Okay, so there is no translation for this. I'm going to change here. Okay, this one and this one, I need to do mapping, so I'm going to replace these 5 lines. Okay, so here I map. Here I'm going to fix this by using map short code. Okay, with the full name. ES means Spanish, and FR means French, and Hi means Hindi. Okay, HI means Hindi. So this is a map code. Okay, for language map. This is for language map. Okay guys, this is the function for translation. Okay, here I use asyncio.sleep. Okay, for the delay. Okay, delay in API call, and here this is the translation. Python is a great, can be translated Spanish, French, and Hindi like this. Okay, and here I'm going to create map, language map. ER means Spanish, FR means French, and HI means Hindi. Okay, here I'm going to convert text underscore lower, this is the variable name, and text now convert into a lowercase, and language full, and language underscore full equals to language map dot cat. Okay, language dot lower and language dot lower I'm going to use here. uh, and here if text is lower in translation, and language full, okay, in translation text lower, so it will return the translation with text and language, and here it will return the Return if it is not available, then return text and language. I will check with this it is working or not. Okay, I'm going to save this with control s. If it is not working, yeah, that is too much, guys. If it is not still working, if it is still not working, then this is too much. Okay, you can see here I got my response. Okay, because I need to convert it into a Spanish. Here you can see here, get ND stock price, translate Python is great to the Spanish. Okay, so here we just convert this in Spanish. So what we have inside this, we have this function translation text. Here I pass the text and language. Okay, and here I use this await asyncio for the wait. Okay, I mean delay. It will create some delay that will API call after 0 0.3 second. Okay, and here I have this these kind of translation. Python is great, can we translate it in Spanish like this, and can we translate in French like this, and can we translate in Hindi like this. Okay, and here I already create language map. Es equals to Spanish, fr equals to French, and hi equals to Hindi. Okay, here we need to convert text into a lowercase. Okay, and this is for full language. So language map, I'm going to use this language map dot get language dot lower. Okay, means lowercase. Okay, so here you can see these are also lowercase. Okay, and if text underscore lower in translation and language underscore full in translation. Okay, if text lower, okay, these are the lower text in translation, and language full, this is the full language Spanish. Okay, French is full word, I mean complete word. So language underscore full in translation, yes. Okay, then it is taking here text in lower case and written the language. Okay, and text here. So I got my result here, language equals to es. Okay, so language text lower, you can see this one text lower is es, and this is the language full Python. In this one, Python is a great. Okay, and language is a es. So this is the text and this is the language. I need to convert this into a Spanish. So I got result this one in Spanish. Okay, so guys, you can see here lower text. I mean text underscore lower means it is going to convert one sentence in all lowercase. Okay, all words inside the sentence it is going to convert into a lowercase. Okay, and language full means Spanish, like it is a full complete word. Spanish, French is also complete word. Okay, Hindi is also complete words. Okay, so language full means complete word. Okay, full language. Okay, I'm going to use language underscore full. This is the variable name, and here I'm going to check this language underscore map to get language in lowercase, I mean small letters, I mean small letters. Okay, language dot lower, I'm going to convert this into a lowercase. Okay, here I also pass the language dot lower. Okay, if text lower means is everything I have in small letter. Okay, in translation. Okay, if text lower is find out here in the translation. Okay, and language full like this Spanish, French, and Hindi in translation. So we have language full, yes, Spanish, French, and Hindi also we have in translation. Okay, and we also have text lower inside this. Okay, so it will return the translation, text lower, and language full. What is the meaning of this? Means this line, suppose we have this line. Okay, uh, okay, so translation, here translation text lower means everything is in lowercase. Python is a great. Okay, language underscore full means Spanish. Okay, translation, I mean text lower, there is Python is great, and language full is Spanish. Okay, so it will give you an output like this: Python is genial in French, this one. Okay, so I hope you got it, otherwise it will return no translation available for text. This is our text, and if you enter other language, so it will give you this one. Okay, so I hope you got it. Full language means full word. Okay, here we are going to use this map. Okay, map dictionary, and I'm going to use this dot get language in a lower letter. Okay, so now I have finished this. Okay guys, bye bye. Bye bye, see you in next module, because I have finished this module. 4 module number 4 I have finished now. Okay, I have created one register function here, register tool. Okay, and second is web search underscore tool, third is file operation tool, and fourth is calculator underscore tool, and fifth is async tools calling. Okay, so now after this I'm going to write code for module 5. Okay, so bye bye, take care, see you in next module.